Hello, good evening everyone. It's great to see you all here. Thank you for listening my answer to the question given. My name is Florence Erika. Sometimes my friends calls me Alika. I'm a student at Universitas Tanjung Pura. Today I'm here is to answer the question that given by my lecturer, Mr. Adi Mursalin. Firstly, I will answer the question part A, which deal with the activities in Zoom meeting. There are two questions there. Next, I will answer the question on part B, which deal with the theories of advanced HRM. There are four questions, and then I will watch two videos given and answer the question that follow. Well, my dear friends, let me begin my answer. Now we will start from the part A. So for the first is I will answer in the first question. So far during the lesson, I feel that I'm quite active in participating in this lecture. I often get involved in discussion, for example, when my friends are making presentations such as participating in answering questions or asking questions. So far, I have attended 6 meetings. The 2 times is online class in Zoom meeting, and then the 4th times is offline. Maybe I could say that I have never been absent from this class. Okay, so what have been presented before the final term test and mention the topic of the chapters and the presenters. Alright, so there are 5 groups that present after the midterm test, or maybe I can say before the final term test. For the first group is there is have Nisha and Vicenza, which is performed about chapter 14 that talk about the stress management. And then for the second group they have me and also my partner Abdul Razak that present about chapter 11 conflict management. And for the third group there have Jakia and Ikliman, where is present about chapter 15 with the title leadership. And for the fourth group there have Novel and Fatima, which they presented about interpersonal behavior in the chapter 9. For the next group, we have Fiona and Vivi that presented about chapter 7 with the title is motivation. And for the next is we have Adele and Yusia that presented about chapter 13 that talk about communication. Also we have April and Yatisha that presented about the value, attitude and job satisfaction in chapter 6. And for the last group we have Jalsa and Vivi in chapter 8 with the topic is perception and individual decision making. And for how do you find the presenters, I know it because we have already list in the WA group of organizational behavior. Okay, next we will jump to the part B. Okay. For the first question, what are the 5 models of organization behavior? So the 5 models of organization behavior are: the first, we have autocracy. The autocracy model is based on the autocratic leadership style, and then in the autocratic model, the leader or manager has the power to govern his subordinates with specific tasks. The management believes that these leaders are very aware of what is best for the organization. Therefore, the workers must obey order. And then for the second, we have custodial. The custodial model usually depends on economic resources like money. For example, managers can stimulate employees by offering them facilities and benefits. For the next, we have supportive. The supportive model relies on leadership. For example, managers support their employees by encouraging and supporting them to do a better job, get along with each other and develop their skill. And then the next we have collegial. This one model means that employees depend on each other as a team to perform tasks. Everyone has enthusiasm, self-discipline, and responsible behavior toward their duties. For the last one is system models. The system model is based on confidence and self-motivation. Performance results will be better than expected because employees will be committed to performing their duties to achieve organizational goals. And what is, in my opinion, about the 5 model of the OBN? What is the best model? I think the best model of organizational behavior is normative model. The normative model seeks to find out that what should be done to produce optimal results. These models are concerned with the determination of optimum actions. Most of the management theories are comprised of the normative models because while preparing the plans and policies, the management is more concerned with what should be done or what should not be done by the managers and by the employees. Okay. Before we talk about the 5 model, but do you know what is the organization models before? Okay, so an organizational model defines the hierarchy, team development, and consumers' role in how a business operates. Models sometimes incorporate a variety of model structures to meet the needs of consumers most effectively. Developing the right structure requires a clear vision from leadership with consistent implementation. How about the 5 main functions of behavior? Before getting more technical about the function of behavior, we are going to outline 4 common behavior functions below. And now we will look at the following the research model. Here we have the title of Effect of Organizational Behavior and Organizational Climate on Employee Job Satisfaction in PT Eagle Indo Pharma. Based on the title above, how many research questions can you write and then mention them? Okay, there are 2 questions can be written. The first one is how does the impact of organizational behavior toward job satisfaction in PT Eagle Indo Pharma? And then for the second question is how does the impact of organizational climate toward job satisfaction in PT Eagle Indo Pharma? There are 3 variables which are 2 independent variables and 1 dependent variable. Independent variable consists of organizational behavior and organizational climate. Organizational behavior where each organizational personnel is involved in the interaction process and give meanings to what is happening. Organizational climate is a study of individuals' perception regarding various aspects of the organizational environment. Dependent variable is job satisfaction. Job satisfaction is a form of self-expression of the rewards related to work which is received by the people. Okay, and I find the population necessary in title above, and then why? The population in the title above is the employee at the PT Eagle Indo Pharma. It is because the researchers were conducted the research on the employee of PT Eagle Indo Pharma. And for the theories that I use to support my problem analysis is communication is the process of sharing information, ideas or attitudes with other communication participants, according to Redding and Sandburg. Organizational communication is the sending and receiving of information in complex organization. Meanwhile, according to organizational experts, Airway Pace and Don F. Fowler suggest that the definition of communication can be seen through 2 perspectives, namely traditional or functional and objective, and then interpretive or subjective. In short, the traditional perspective is aimed at seeing data and interpreting messages between communication units. Meanwhile, the interpretive perspective is aimed at seeing the process of creating meaning for interaction within the organization. This interaction is the organization can also be called organizational behavior, where each organizational persona is involved in the interaction process and give meanings to what is happening. And if I explain the relationship among variables and the development of hypotheses, the first is job satisfaction is the feeling and perception of a worker regarding his or her work and how he or she feels well in an organization. It indicates the extent of employees' positive or negative feelings towards their jobs and organizational behavior try to improve it. For the hypothesis is organizational behavior has a significant impact toward job satisfaction. And the organizational climate is focused on organizational or institutional attributes as perceived by organizational members, while job satisfaction addresses perception and attitudes that people have towards an exhibit about their work. For the hypothesis is organizational climate has a significant impact toward job satisfaction. And then for the research model, I will explain it too. So this research uses quantitative methods with descriptive causal research that uses the principle of positivism. This study used the concept of correlation with the aim of finding a causal relationship between variables. The sampling technique used is probability sampling by taking 83 employees as a sample in this study. The data obtained in this study is by distributing questionnaires through Google Forms. The questionnaire contains 33 statement items with a Likert measurement scale. Okay, well, my friends, that's all of my answer. I hope that you can understand my answer. And before I close my video, I would like to say thank you for all of you who watching my video. Please give comment and subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye.